Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat, and I'm here for you. I am here for you to hopefully cheer you up and help you find those keys to the door that will unlock your happiness. And I'll tell you what, I'm not very happy right now because I've had some catastrophic failures to my studio. And it's just the setup I've got going on here is so ridiculous. Just to put the podcast out instead of doing it on my phone. If you remember, you'll see the video behind the scenes of what I'm actually trying to do here, and it's pretty crazy. I think you can actually sign up right now still and be a free member at Patreon and still see the behind the scenes. That's going to change for just paid members, but just trying to get people on board to actually support the show so I can replace the equipment to keep doing this shit, man. I'm telling you what, it is so hard because right now I normally do my podcast with this incredible studio mic. It's a very expensive mic that makes me sound like I have a good voice, and great headphones, and when I talk and I hear it in my headphones, it sounds like a radio DJ. But now it doesn't sound like that because I don't have headphones. It's now just my voice, which is annoying. And so anyway, I'm going to try to get through this show and give you some positivity. But before I do, make sure you grab a copy of the new book, Awaken Your Positivity. You got to click the link. We got one more day. Tonight, May 15th, 2025 at midnight will be the end of the super special book deal. I just made that up. Where you get the book and I'll sign it, and you get a coaster, and you get stickers, and you get a magnet, and you also get an exclusive members pin, all included for the price of the book. And all the money that I generate from the book is going to go for, guess what? New studio gear. Because you know what? Have you noticed there hasn't been any sponsors? There's none of this magic mind, nobody going on in the background. I have no sponsors. This is all me and you. So you want to keep the show going, buy some stuff. All right. Don't forget the text line 304-506-3332. I love to hear from you. And I do appreciate you letting me know that you still love the show, because it has been over 5 years. There has been over, drum roll, 2,600,000 downloads and plays of the show. It's amazing that we passed 2 million. But you're there. You're still there. You're still there for me, even though I'm dealing with this crappy setup for a podcast. But let's see what we can do. I'll try to do something that's worth your while. All right. So what the hell is this show about? Well, I was talking to Sharky on the text line and going back and forth, and it kind of sparked an idea for a show. So Sparky, this show is your fault. And it's called Embracing Confrontation. Some people have a problem dealing with confrontation or talking directly to someone instead of sending them a text message or writing them a note. But how do you embrace confrontation without imploding or ghosting anybody? How do you do it? I mean, let's be honest. When you hear the word confrontation, if it bothers you, do you break out in a cold sweat? Starting to look for your escape route? Do you pretend you didn't hear anything and slowly back out of the room? Well, congratulations, you're human. No one likes confrontation. Most of us would rather eat soggy salad than confront someone. Because confrontation, it sounds like drama, raising voices, and that awkward silence when nobody knows what to say or whether to hug or to run away. But confrontation doesn't have to be scary, or mean, or emotionally exhausting. It can actually be. You ready for this? It can be empowering. It can be freeing, and it can be healthy, like yoga. Which I don't do. But you're not alone. Most of us are trained to keep the peace. We're all our life. It's like, okay, don't rock the boat. I'm not talking about that 70s song. Come on, you just sang in your head, didn't you? I know you did. But don't rock the boat, baby. Even if it means setting ourselves on fire to keep other people warm. will do it. Some people go so far to avoid confrontation that they sacrifice their own happiness and they make themselves so uncomfortable. And then you know what sets in after that is the resentment, the built-up tension that you experience from holding everything in and not actually confronting people. And it's really hard. If you're insecure, I understand it. I get it. It's hard to confront people. It's hard to have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody, especially if they're a relative or family member or a loved one. It's really, really hard because you don't want to hurt their feelings, yet you want to speak your mind. So it's that fine line that you stand on, that fence of what do you do? Well, if you feel you have to say something, saying it in a text or on a piece of paper might get the point across, but it's not as personal. And I really, call me old school, call me old fashioned, call me an old guy, call me whatever you want. Some people call me other things, but call me whatever you want. But I like the fact that I have confrontations, that I interact with someone, face to face on the real physical level here. Instead of saying, "Oh, that person pissed me off, I'm going to leave a note on their car." What does that do? Then they send you an email, right? Oh, responding to that note. And then you respond to that with a text message saying, "No, this and this and this." Have you actually even talked? Because when you communicate with people verbally, emotion comes out. When you text someone or write a note, they interpret the emotion the way they see it. It's probably 90% of the time not going to be the way you meant it to be. Have you ever emailed somebody or texted somebody and they get pissed off and you're like, "That's not what I meant. Sorry, I didn't mean to type all caps. It was just an accident." But when you actually are talking to people and you confront them vocally and face to face in a physical realm instead of the technology side, you get a feeling for where they're coming from. They understand where you're coming from, and it's a compromise and an agreement, and the resolution can come from the face-to-face interaction. It doesn't come from a text message. So you have to actually get in someone's face and talk to them. I don't mean get in their face, but right? But you got to be courageous, and the way to do it is to really reframe your confrontation. It's not a confrontation. Get rid of that word. Throw that word away. Confrontation. If it's or disagreement, throw that away because that's another negative word. Change it to a conversation. It's just a conversation with a little oomph, right? So it's conversation. It's a heart to heart. Okay. It's not about attacking somebody. It's about communicating and being honest and saying, hey, something's off. And I value this relationship enough to actually come to your face and talk to you. That kind of sounds really, come to your face and talk to you. I'm in your face, nose to nose, we're talking. No, I didn't mean that. But to actually physically be in their presence and talk to them, it really means more. And it gets more of the point across, more of the emotion. Excuse me. Told you these podcasts are going to be rough until I get this stuff fixed. So, but when you confront someone without the chaos and the anxiety and the stress and the leaving the door open for them to interpret what you meant, because it wasn't an actual confrontation, it was a text message or email or whatever, then you're opening yourself up for a problem. So when you actually confront someone, it actually helps. It helps you. And if you have a problem doing that, a lot of people I don't like to just confront people. I don't like, I do have work with people that they don't give a crap. They'll walk right up to you and say whatever they want. They don't give a shit what you think, and they will confront you at the drop of a hat. I'm not like that. And you're probably not like that either. But in order to confront someone, say you deserve a raise and you've been working in a place for 10 years and you haven't gotten a raise, you deserve it, you're pissed off about it, you talk about it with your spouse all the time, and you need to talk to your your superiors about it. You need to confront them about it. Well, you're getting nauseous thinking about it. I'm just speaking from the heart here. You get nauseous thinking about it. You get upset with yourself, and then you start questioning, are you worthy of it, and all this, instead of just treating that as a conversation, saying, you know what, I've been doing a good job. I think I deserve a raise. And then it's just a conversation. You need to take the confrontational vibe out of it and just think of it as a conversation. And when you're talking to someone, and maybe it's a negative thing that you have to point out to them, avoid saying things like, you always do this, or you never do this, or you're just like your mother or father. Leave those out of it. Say things like, it bothered me when you said this, or I noticed that this, or I need to talk about this. Not we need to talk. I need to talk about this. And when you're discussing and confronting people, you need to stick to the point, and don't bring up the time they forgot your birthday 5 years ago, unless it's relevant to the story. Focus on what you want to confront them about. It's not a courtroom. You don't need to bring up exhibits and the forgotten things and all that, and forgotten anniversaries. No, talk about the one topic, confront them, and move on. Don't use any other ammo, especially just don't. And you have to stop after that. After you state your point, the defense rests, and then you let them state their side. Even if it's weird, you might hear their perspective and go, "What the hell? That's not what I thought at all." And then all of a sudden your mind opens up, going, "Wow, I felt this way, and that you felt this way, and both of us were just so off track that." Those feelings that we imagined, the key word here is imagined, aren't real, and they've actually caused issues. And so when it's time to actually confront someone about something, don't feel like you're being mean. Don't feel like you're being the bad guy. Don't feel like you're going to hurt their feelings, because guess what? You might hurt their feelings, but it might be the best thing you've ever done. You have to be honest. It makes you honest. You're not the villain here. When you confront someone about something that is bothering you, or putting a wedge in a relationship, or in a situation, or something that is really eating at you, and you keep talking about it outside, away from the whole situation, it's time to confront and be honest. You're not the villain. You're going to be the uncomfortable hero. So next time you feel like ghosting someone, or seething in silence, just going, all yourself, I hate this frickin' thing, and you go to the situation and you're all smiles and bullshit. Next time you feel that way, take a deep breath and confront the situation. You don't have to yell, you don't got to roar like a lion, just have to show up with your truth and your smile and your personality, and say, hey, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I'm thinking. Here's my perspective on it. And you get that out there in a nice way without attacking or anything negative towards them. Just your exact feelings. You'd be surprised what happens. Now, on the other hand, a person might say, get the F out. We're done. It's over. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Or you're fired. Whatever it is. But just know that you spoke your mind. You stuck to your guns. And you are now 100% loyal to your soul and yourself. And you're true to yourself. It might hurt now. But in the future, you'll be like, you know what? I did the right thing. I did the right thing. And with that, guess what? I'm out of words. And it's so awkward in this studio. The studio setup's really bothering me, but I hope you like this show, because it's so different talking into this mic in this situation with no headphones. But don't forget about the book. One more day. This is the last day for the first release, the first press of Awaken Your Positivity, available from my website only right now, bepositivepodcast.com/shop. You can get it there, and all the goodies you're going to get with it. I'm throwing everything in. I'm throwing the whole kitchen sink in for everybody who buys a book on this first round. And I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass, because it looks like it's starting to. So Everybody will get everything. I still have enough stuff to cover everybody's orders, and the book is I like it. It's good. It's better than the last one. I think I did a better job on this one, and I hope you did too. And if you read it, please review it, and I'll put links and all that good stuff. Awaken your positivity. It's time for all of us to awaken our positivity and share it with the world. That's all I got. Embrace your confrontation. Be the person that you want to be, and don't take any shit from anybody. That's it. That's the show. I'm out of words. My name is Nat. This has been the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. I think we can all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.